All right, thank you guys for clicking on today's video. Today we're going to go over the 5 best sources that I use when investing and trading into stocks. All right, so the first thing I use, and this is probably the most critical thing I'll use on a daily basis, is Yahoo Finance. The reason being is because you can find literally whatever you want on that bad boy. You can find their bank statements, financial statements, income statements, quarterly earnings reports, you name it. And on top of it too, they show all the relevant news to the company that you're searching up. So I think they're a great way to help you find information on whatever stocks you want to buy. Number 2, the next thing I use, this is actually an app on my phone, or you can use it just by, Googling it. They have a website as well. But the thing is called Market Watch. And the reason being is because they release groundbreaking, pivotal news every single day. Now they have to do that, and they have to make everything seem like a big deal because, well, that's the name of the game. They have to have something headline worthy. However, sometimes because life happens, they do have really good newsworthy, headline worthy articles that'll interest you and give you a lead on what trades to make and what new things are coming up. The third thing I want to talk about, and a good source of information, is something called Investors Hub. Now, the reason being is because those investors on there, it's more like a blog page where a lot of investors get together and you can search up a ticker symbol and there'll be a ton of posts of usually whatever company you're talking about. And if I'm being honest, a lot of them, sometimes those posts have some great information that might have taken you a lot longer to find than just going by on there. Pretty great, actually. It's really good for companies that aren't too well known. If you're sticking with blue chip stocks, you might not even have to go on there at all because a lot of the information is easily accessible. But for companies that have a smaller market cap, it's really good to go on there. They'll I don't know how, but these people will find all the information like they're from the FBI or something. I don't know. Number 4 is actually an app as well, and it's gonna be Robinhood. Wow, the car goes crazy. I know a lot of people are gonna be mad about me suggesting Robinhood, but I just really do like their top market movers. It's a good way to some days make some quick cash. If you want to check out my other videos, I talk about how that can help benefit you. And yeah, it also really helps you get into stocks that are like hype stocks, and staying in the loop and seeing which ones have the most volume. And also, just throwing this out there, it's also a great way to discover stocks too. They have a little sector where you can put IPOs of 2020, IPOs of 2019, cannabis stocks, pharmaceutical stocks, all that kind of stuff. So it's pretty good actually to discover stocks as well. And last but not least, the final source I recommend you guys go to for all your stock needs is, yes, it's a TV show called Mad Money on CNBC by Jim Cramer. A lot of people, if you've been on my channel for a while, you know that Jim Cramer is one of my favorite investors, and his show is pretty great. I know some people have a lot of controversy towards him, but overall, I think he's a great investor. There's a reason he has his own TV show and does what he does. And the most important part I'm talking about is actually at the end of his show. It's called the lightning round. It's where he basically goes over a bunch of stocks, and people will call in and be like, hey, what do you think about this one? And off the top of his head, he'll just give you like, okay, yes or no, is it a buy? And he'll tell you. But there's also other great parts to the show. I really like when you interview CEOs of companies. I mean, no CEO really goes on there and says like, oh, you know what? Actually, we suck. We're not going to do great this year. Everyone, they always talk about how great their company is. But it is cool to see like what their plans are that you might not see in the news in a press conference or just in the news in general. You really get a feel for the company by watching the CEO speak and talk. But anyways, I hope you guys liked the video. It's always a pleasure to make these bad boys. So remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more future content.